Welcome everybody. Shut up. Welcome. Welcome everybody to the. I think this is gonna be the 9th episode, right?
Oh fucking no! You edit these.
I know I do. Yeah, because we did 6 and 7, right? And then we did 8 a week ago, and now we're doing
a week ago.
Yeah, and so this would be the 9th episode. So.
9th.
Yeah.
All you party people that party, you know, not me. I don't party.
You were gonna party like it's 1999. That's me being Prince, playing the guitar. I wish I could be just an ounce of as good as Prince. You know, he did. You probably know this already, but you know he did like all his instruments like on his productions.
Yeah, he's a fucking crazy person.
Yeah, he was. He was absolutely crazy. But
that's why I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna ever be great because I don't think I'm insane enough.
Yeah. Like I was talking about George Clinton like a week or two ago. Dude was constantly on drugs. Yeah, George Clinton's fucking crazy.
I don't feel like I'm eccentric enough, and I don't feel like I have a drug addiction. Well, I don't have a drug addiction.
I feel like I don't have a drug addiction.
I mean, I feel like I don't. I feel like if I did do blow, I could kick it.
I would hope so.
But if I couldn't, I could probably be the greatest ever. At anything.
Yeah, because I was going to say, man, it's either your life has to be incredibly shitty, you're addicted to drugs, or it's a combination of both in order to be, like, a great artist. Because, like, Marvin Gaye, arguably, like, the greatest, like, male singer of the 20th century, that man's life was shit, bro. No, seriously, that man went through some shit in his life. And he ended up dying a day before his birthday. He got shot by his dad.
Damn.
Yeah. That's a good way to start the podcast, right, guys?
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's talk about a highly respected artist that died tragically.
To his own father.
To his own father, the day before his birthday. He died depressed, somewhat broke, man. Because his last album before he died was like his best-selling album of all time. It's that one with Sexual Healing on it. When I get that feeling.
That takes a whole new meaning to I brought you into this world. I know, right?
Yeah, his dad was a huge piece of shit, though. They asked him years later when he was in jail, did you ever love your son? He said, well, I didn't hate him. I was like, God damn, man. I was like, what did he do to you? Like, I was like reading that up.
He made me a daddy.
Daddy, he was successful. I wasn't. That's what I feel like it was. I think it was probably. There's like so many things that can be like attributed to that. I'm honestly surprised Marvin Gaye hasn't gotten a biopic about him yet. Like, all the greats have. I mean, James Brown has had, like, what, like, maybe 1 or 2 of them?
Yeah, they keep having some more if they have enough movie flops, they'll get around to it.
I'm looking at my hair. Guys, I swear to God, I'm not balding. It's, I had my hair twisted, and now it's all fucked up. Yeah, now it's all, you guys won't care anyway. You're going to be typing, cut your hair, you damn hippie.
See, but it's like, okay, would Marvin Gaye be Marvin Gaye if he grew up in the white picket fence house and everything was all daisies and rainbows?
Man, who knows?
I know, right?
I don't think we would have got What's Going On, though, which is arguably the greatest song ever made, so, you know.
Yeah,
that is such a good song.
It's crazy how the people in the most pain make the best art.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, even people who aren't in pain, who are just like, you know, I mean, people who aren't even like making like the best out there, even their life fucking sucks. Like, just being an artist like just sucks. But you know, it sometimes it just feels like it's something that you need to do. Like I was gonna say, you know, you and me are artists. You know, we obviously don't have like the best life ever, but I mean, we're not like up there like with Marvin Gaye and like Amy Winehouse, like where it's like shit just happens like all the time.
I have some good shakes. It's always not a bad nightmare.
Yeah,
around here.
Yeah, definitely. I've definitely had some bad things, you know. Especially me, you know, coming from Katrina, you know. So.
Katrina, we have another damn tropical storm coming over here.
True.
So I don't know. I think nature trying to take us off this map.
Man, there was a thing. They said if global warming keeps on happening the way it does, I think they said somewhere in like I forget when, but they said that like all of New Orleans and like all the
turn to Atlantis.
Yeah, basically. I was like, I mean, it's like crazy below sea level. I mean, you can't even have fucking basements in New Orleans because if you dig far enough, it's just water.
Be dope if not leaving it just that it would be dope It would be dope if they started creating like this dome system where everybody could live underwater though. That'd be pretty cool.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Be like Sandy.
Except we would have a lot more.
What I am, SpongeBob? What I am?
We'll have a lot more snakes and alligators, which is why I don't know how I just pulled this into Fall. Well, I do know how I pulled this in Fall. This is why I want to Fallout New Orleans, because I want to kill mutated alligators and snakes and shit.
The closest we got to that was the one of those, like the Maryland DLC, because it was in the swamp of Maryland. Yeah,
I've never played it. That's crazy. I've never.
I think it's like Point Lookout. I think that's what it's called.
I never played any of the Fallout DLCs because
I think it was a new. I think it was a New Vegas DLC.
I got that game. It's on the old rig.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Play it if you got the.
I don't know if we might. Did I buy the DLC or not? I don't even know.
DLC should be like crazy cheap if you.
At this point, yeah, it's probably $5 a damn.
Probably cheaper than that. Wait, do you have it on PS3? Because I don't think you can access the play.
I have it on that PC over there, and I have it on PS.
Okay, cool.
Wait,
yeah.
No. Because I feel like I bought the Ultimate Edition for the PS3. I don't know.
Okay, well, I was gonna say either way, if you have the DLC, just play it.
I'm gonna say at this point, we're talking what, a decade almost.
that goes into you not being able to beat games the past decade. But okay, so you wanted to tell me something. And he told me this. He said it's going to be something that I'm just going to be like, really? Okay, tell me.
Okay. So, I don't know if you know it, because you don't watch Joe Rogan Experience at all, do you?
No, Joe Rogan makes me uncomfortable. I don't know why. He just makes me uncomfortable.
Well, occasionally I do watch JRE.
Yeah.
Kayne was just recently on JRE.
I did hear about that.
And after you sit there and watch 3 hours of him back and forth with Kanye, you were like, honestly, between the two races that's options, I probably would vote for Kanye.
That doesn't hurt my feelings.
I didn't say it was going to hurt your feelings, but I definitely thought you'd be like, nah.
That dude's off his rocker, bro.
Like I say, you would have to watch the whole 3 hours.
Yeah, maybe you can change my mind. My mind.
Of course, he's still off his rocker because it's just like what we were just talking about with the other fucking artists.
Yeah,
he's clearly insane.
Yeah,
but
death of his mom, he's never been the same since the death of his mom.
And he even talked about that too, though. But in comparison to the two people that we deem racist as our options,
true. Yeah, I don't really fuck with Biden that hard, but I got something to talk about that with the early voting thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm voting Biden. I don't, but
you can write Kanye in.
I know I'm not gonna, but
I don't know. But yeah, I know Kanye gets the bad rap, and I still like
because he's got some pretty bad takes. He's said some pretty bad takes.
Yeah,
like that slavery was a choice thing. That was like a completely
he expounded on that too.
You're like, I don't want to agree with him.
Like it's like I'm not trying to be like I'm Team Kanye now, but when you get to hear him have a 3-hour conversation, you get to
you see his point of view a little bit better.
Because even though you say he has had pretty bad takes, when you actually get him to expound on something, you're like, okay, well, that part that got released was pretty bad, but you actually had more that you needed to say because this man talks and my head was hurting. Cause you'll think he going off on this tangent like Kanye does, but then he goes on this long ass tangent and then you'll end up back at A, like, and he wraps it all together. I'm like, what the fuck? So it's just I'll
take your word for it because I trust you. I think you're a very level-headed person.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna watch it.
Only reason why I watched it is literally just so I can
see his point of view.
Well, just to get in the mind of Kanye. I'm like, this man is clearly like crazy. So I wanted to like see what kind of conversations that they would have. It was fun to me.
If only he could just make good music again, that'd be great. I don't think his music's very good anymore. Like, I would say the last good album he made was Yeezus. I know some people are like, oh, the production sounds like elephant farts. I remember I used to laugh at that. But no, the production wasn't elephant farts. It's just you niggas just don't like experimental music. I thought that was experimental. Everything after that, I'm just like, nah, I think it's just gotten to a point where niggas just defending him just because he Kanye. In terms of his music, because I know music's subjective, but, you know.
I haven't listened since.
Or objective. No, subjective, yeah. It's one of them bitches, one of them actives.
I haven't listened since college. No, 808 and Heartbreaks.
See, I keep on forgetting that one exists. I need to go back. I haven't listened to that one in like since it dropped, so it's almost been like I think almost 20 years. Because like no, when did that come out? I think like 09, 08, right? I forget.
That sounds about right.
Because wait, wasn't it like was it Graduation then 808 or Heartbreaks? Or
I think it was Graduation first.
Okay, yeah, but like. I was gonna say first 3 albums, obviously they're considered like some of the best. I mean, his first album is considered one of the greatest albums ever made. I'm more of a Graduation,
college dropout.
Yeah, college. No. I'm more of a Graduation, Twisted Dark Fantasy, and Yeezus fan.
Like I haven't heard those 2 albums either.
My Twisted Dark Fantasy, I think, is one of the greatest albums of all time. It's one of the best rap albums ever made.
I say every time we get together, it's always the greatest.
Yeah, I know. I just like talking about like great pieces of work. Well, what I consider great pieces of work. But like, no, I think Twisted Dark Fantasy was one of the best rap albums of the 2010s. I think the only thing that really beat it was Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly. Because I felt like that was the perfect time to release that album. And the fact he worked with so many people. He worked with Thundercat, that bassist I always talk to you about. He worked with Flying Lotus. You already know who Flying Lotus is. I talk about him all the damn time. He worked with this really great producer named Knowledge. He worked with this saxophonist called Kasami Washington. And he worked with my boy, George Duke. Not George Duke. George Duke is actually passed away. I meant to say George Clinton. He worked with George Clinton.
I don't know. I had already doubted that you would watch the 3-hour thing.
But no. I mean, I thought it was gonna be like something like bad, like
nah.
Like it was something up with like the company. I was gonna be like, oh man.
Nah,
I'm sorry, bro.
I wouldn't bring that up. I don't know if I'd bring it up on a podcast.
Now that's when we get like super popular and we're just like doing anything for like money. It's like, Kosi, you have a child and I'm pregnant. It's like,
yeah, but I knew it was gonna be one of those situations like, I hear you, but still no.
Yeah. So you got and that was the exact reaction. Because like I'm like everybody is entitled to a viewpoint. I might not agree with it. I might not listen to it. But you're entitled to that viewpoint. You know what I mean? That's how I feel with Kayne.
I would suggest you give it, like, not, like, watch the whole thing, because it was definitely long, but, like, if you could pop in for, like, 15, 20 minutes. And
I'll hit up some highlights. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure.
Joe Rogan always posts highlights. Yeah, hit up some highlights, because I know everybody have this whole tarnished look of Kanye, but, yeah, he's still human.
Yeah, he's still human.
And seeing the 3-hour conversation of him shows like, okay, yeah, I know I have problems, and like nobody hears me from the point of view that you can actually humanize me. Y'all just hear me ranting as super arrogant ass Kanye, but it's like I have different layers. And I'm like, okay.
I remember when he made that. I remember he made that the moment he made white people his enemy is when he talked about Taylor Swift on that stage. That was so funny. I was like, yo, Kanye, let's go. I was like, yeah.
It's funny. He was like, oh, my dad was this person, and he interrupted somebody and took the mic off stage. He's like, father like son, right? And I was like, okay.
That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, he sets it up way better than me, but yeah, I was like,
But what did I want to talk about? I've been getting into like a lot of like 70s music after like going back and listening to Parliament, Funkadelic. So like I said, I've been listening to like Sly, Family Stone, a lot of like later Marvin Gaye, like What's Going On. and stuff like that.
On?
What's going on?
What's going on?
I've been thinking about covering that song actually, but I can't hit the notes that he does because it's Marvin Gaye. But
just fix them in that auto tune.
Oh
Talk to my buddy T-Pain. He'll help you out.
But T-Pain can actually sing though.
Oh yeah, I know. I've actually defended T-Pain on like YouTube and shit. There's some lady talk shit. I was like, bro,
people are gonna talk shit. That's why when I'm listening to like great music from like back in the 20th century, when I'm listening to great music from the 20th century, I don't look at the comments because it's always just like, I wish music was like this nowadays and blah blah. It's like there's great music nowadays. You motherfuckers just don't want to listen because one, you're too lazy to go listen to it. Two,
I am lazy.
Two. Jesus. Two, it's a nostalgia thing, and we covered nostalgia before on the podcast, but nostalgia is honestly it's like innocent, like ignorance, in my opinion. Like you're being like willingly ignorant about stuff in pop culture, so it's not that serious. But sometimes nostalgia can be like a red flag. It can be, like they said. I remember, I think it was from like BoJack Horseman, funny enough. But there was a quote they said,
I love and hate BoJack. He's a shitty person.
Yeah, I don't like BoJack whatsoever. I think the show was good. I never finished it.
No, I was just about to actually clarify. I was like, you don't like BoJack? Or you don't like
the character.
BoJack?
Yeah, no, I don't. I think the character's absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
but the show,
almost everybody in that series.
Straight up.
Except
Todd.
Yes.
Yeah.
Todd is a lovable soul. Todd can do no wrong.
But what was I gonna say? So nostalgia. It said it was one of the characters that BoJack was dating at the time, and she was like, when you see red flags with rose tinted glasses, they just look like flags. I was like, that's a really good quote.
That's a bar, as they say nowadays. These kids.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, not everything from back then was good, and not everything from now is great. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was just basically, I've always told people, love the past, embrace the future. That's what I've always said. It's like, you don't have to like everything that's dropping nowadays, and you don't have to fucking hate everything. If you're a younger person, you don't have to hate everything from the past. Like, there's good in everything, in terms of art. Like, you're always gonna have like your your shining artists. You're always gonna have like your one-hit wonders.
I was about to say Blaze Blue.
Yeah, Blaze Blue. You're always gonna have Blaze Blue.
How'd you fit that in?
But no, you're always gonna have like your trailblazing artists. You're always gonna have your one-hit wonders, and then you're gonna have like the people who just plain shit. Because I mean, I can guarantee you, even though Whitney Houston is the most decorated woman in music history, I can guarantee you. They're talking about that woman the same way they talk about Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion. I can guarantee you people are just talking shit about her just because she was the big woman at the time. Like the shining example of R&B and hip. I was gonna say hip hop.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody shit on Whitney Houston.
Well, not now.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
We grew up when she was already established. She was like already considered like one of the greatest like vocalists. Not even just like.
But still, sometimes you still hear whispers about people talking shit about certain like greats.
Yeah, like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I think I've even heard people talk shit about Prince. And I'm like, I don't think I've heard anybody have a.
You know what's wild though is that people will say make fun of the way people are dressing now, the way men are dressing now.
Oh yeah.
And they'd be like, "What about Prince?" And he's like, "Oh, Prince different." But I watched the Sinbad stand up, and Sinbad was ripping on Prince. It was like back in like the 80s, 90s. He was just ripping on Prince. I was like, "That's a perfect example." That's exactly what I mean by like people always just want to make fun of current stuff to make themselves seem smart. It's a shitty attempt and a lame attempt at trying to seem smart.
Yeah, especially when they be like, oh yeah, y'all music is foul back there. Y'all talking about this WAP, and then you go back to Live Crew, and then you go further, like
the stuff from I mean, even like some of the stuff that Fallout used, Rocket 69,
Red Rocket.
But yeah, but like Rocket 69, and it's so funny because like then I literally saw somebody go like, "Oh, they did it more subtly." You know, it was more subtle. I was like, "No, it's not. You fucking idiot. Shut up."
Back then, we would code our shit. Y'all just be out there.
He's like, "Nah." Because I was gonna say, what about Betty Davis, one of Miles Davis's wives? She was basically like the predecessor to WAP. Cause she would be on stage, fucking shorts all the way up to here. I'm trying to make sure the camera can see me. Shorts all the way up to here, talking about I love it when my man fuck me and stuff like that. That being said, those songs went hard as hell. Those songs went hard as hell. I'm all for women talking about how they like getting their back blown out. That's completely cool with me. As long as it hits, it's cool with me.
If it slaps, I'll slap it.
Yeah. If it slaps, I'll put it on. I don't care. It just can't be anything like, it can't be like something shitty. Like if a woman just says like she likes to have sex, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm talking about like shit like, they talking about the destruction of every race or something like that. It's like, okay, we're gonna put that over.
Take that off the needle.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that off the needle. But what else do I want to talk about? Oh, the early voting, man. Yeah, I tried to do it multiple times. Every time I tried going to the city hall.
Let that man vote.
I just said fuck it, I'm gonna do it on election day. I tried to go to see. It might be, but I mean like it's over at
closest one.
Yeah, well that's the only one I can vote at during election day.
Okay.
So there was like the line super long at City Hall. So I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, this is too long. I'm gonna go back. And then today, when I went to go drop my mom off to work, I drove. I went to go to the DMV over in Baker. Bro, when I tell you that line was long, started from right there, curled around the building. I was like, nah, it's not that serious.
Started from the bottom.
Now it's here. Now it's here. But yeah, when I saw it, I was like, it's not worth it, man.
That's a deterrent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure people don't vote.
Yeah, no, it's classic voter suppression. It really is. As much as people want to say voter suppression isn't real. Obviously, like delusional conservatives. But yeah, no, it's crazy because there was like an astronaut who voted from space. Somebody said, y'all can let astronauts vote from space, but y'all crying about us if we do mail-in ballots.
Mail-in ballot? Nigga, I got a phone.
Right? Exactly. It's like, who you want to vote for? Boop. Okay, bye.
Y'all have all these government apps. Make me a damn government vote app. Let me put in my fucking social security number, and I can just vote from my house. Why are we acting like we not in the 21st century and y'all don't clone people? Y'all can clone people, but I can't vote from home?
Yeah, like Gucci Man. They call him Gucci Man, apparently. Man, niggas saw Gucci Man being happy. They saw him fit, being happy, and about to. I think he's married to his lady of like. Yeah, I forget how many years, but he's been with her for a while.
His bottom bitch, as they call him.
You too hood for me, man. You too hood for me. I don't think I could take it. But no, seriously, you saw that man out of jail. He lost weight. Not saying that obviously me as a man of big man nation, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being overweight, but he's fit. He looks like he's happy most of the time. And he's with his lady and people are, oh man, they clone that nigga. No, why can't a black man just be happy?
He looks a little different.
Yeah, but he looks like Gucci Man.
Yeah, he still looks like Gucci Man, but at the same time I'm like, If he gained, that's
Kayne taking over. You listen to Kayne. You listen to Kayne. What?
When he first got out, I definitely was like, if he gained his weight back, would he look like the same Gucci that went in?
The same Gucci that dropped like 20 albums, 20 mixtapes.
Yeah, I'm like, you look a little different, but hey, whatever.
Good for you.
One day, maybe I'll get important enough they'll clone me too.
This is the X-Files. Do they be cloning niggas? Stay tuned.
That X-Files theme song went hard.
It did. That's actually a dog. For Record Store Day, they just had, I think, maybe the last one. Because they did 3 this year, obviously, due to the pandemic. They tried to do 3 so people can come in and help out record stores a little bit more.
Yeah.
But the one, I think the penultimate one, I'm trying to be fancy. The one before the last one, they did like a lot of soundtracks. And they had the X-Files soundtrack, and that was the first time it was ever pressed on vinyl, and somebody picked it up. I was like, no, bitch. I wanted that soundtrack.
I'll piss on your porch.
And fuck your cat. Oh, man.
I felt like I had something else, but I do not remember.
Well, I can talk about the Borat sequel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the Borat sequel just dropped. This has been recorded on 10/27. This is going to be uploaded until like 2 weeks from now. Because we're
ahead of schedule.
Well, yeah, we're ahead of schedule since we did that 2-parter. But
if you want us to, oh yeah, I forgot. You're not gonna hear this. Never mind. Ixnay.
But the Borat sequel, man, that was like that. I think this is like the perfect time to release something like Borat, like something. I think like the political satire. I think it's like the best time to release it because of how fucking heavy and how full of tension America by itself just is. Like, this would have been the perfect time for the Boondocks. This would have been the perfect time for Borat. And when Sacha Baron Cohen dropped it, when I saw it, I was like, that man's a genius. He made this at the perfect time to make this shit. Bro, there's so many crazy-ass white people in that movie when I tell you. Like, okay, so in this one, do you mind if I spoil it?
I haven't seen the first one, so.
Oh, okay. Well, in this one, he finds out he has a daughter. She's played by a somewhat unknown actress. She's unknown in America. She's known now because of Borat. Yeah. But she's like a foreign actress. I forget where she's from exactly, but she sounds like she might have like a Russian accent. But she looks young. You know, she's obviously like old, but they try and pass her off as a 15-year-old. And like, there's literally a part where she's asking, "Ooh, can I get a cupcake? Can I get a cupcake?" And you know, he's supposed to be from like this backwards country where they hate women and all that. Mm-hmm. So he's like, "No, people can't see you eat the cupcake. I can't let you have it. I might get roasted." So he's in the shop, and like the lady's just, you know, because it's all like, you know, like man on the street kind of like prank stuff. So they're just looking like, and plus he has to wear like a lot of disguises now. Mm-hmm. So he's wearing a disguise because he's pretending to be Borat. And he's supposed to be Borat, supposed to be somebody else now. So, you know, he's like playing as like some guy. He's supposed to be like some dude. So he gets it for her, and like he has a baby on it. The cupcake, it just has a baby on it. And he's like, "Oh, can I get that one? It looks so cute." And like he's like feeding it to her behind the dumpster. It's like so fucking weird. But no, here's where it gets good. And this is, I was like, okay, this is genius. She gets the, you know, she starts choking because, you know, she ate like the plastic baby, and she's like, and like so they go to like a woman's doctor, yeah, who's a man, which is funny. It's a woman's doctor who's a man, and like they're like in like Texas, I think, or wherever. And so they go in there, and then he's like, "My daddy put a baby in me." It was like, "No, I wanted to give her, you know, a baby. You know, I gave it to her as a treat," and blah, blah, blah. They're trying to play it off like, you know, he impregnated her. Like, the dude's like, I know it's crazy, but you're going to have to keep the baby. You know, God wants it like that. 100%. That is a straight face. That man says that. I was like, that's why I was like, it was the perfect time to release this movie because it shows how fucking crazy people are in this country. Like, straight up. And then he did like the second half of it was done like they filmed it during the beginning of COVID. Yeah. So it was like, oh man, this is even crazier. But
I've never seen the first one. I was like,
the first one's really good. I don't know what I would call the better one. And if you normally can't tell which one's the better one, that probably tells you that both the movies are probably good. I enjoyed both of them. I'd have to go back and watch the first one again because I haven't seen it in like forever. But I like first one's considered like one of the best comedy films of the 2010s, definitely. Well, like late 2000s, like 2010s.
Yeah, at first I saw the trailers from the first one. I was like, I don't know if I'm for these shenanigans.
If you like seeing like crazy conservatives like be made fun of, then you would definitely enjoy both of those movies. But no, there's a part. So he went to. Did you hear about that thing about like the Klansmen walking around in the Gaylord Hotel in DC? Mm-mm. Okay, well that was like a thing that happened like last year. It was just like a guy just walking around, just like in a Klansman robe, and then we found out that was Sacha Baron Cohen being Borat. Because Black Lives Matter, like DC was like, we will not allow this. This is not fair. The Gaylord needs to respond about this. And then people found out it's just Borat. So he's walking around. He's like pretending. He says, I'm Stephen Miller. And like, I had to look up who Stephen Miller was because I forgot. I was like, that name sounds familiar. He's one of the aides to Trump. He said, don't worry about me. I'm Stephen Miller. I'm Stephen Miller. And he walks into the bathroom. And he's got like a suit on because he's trying to give his daughter away to Mike Pence. Because he's trying to get like his country of Kazakhstan, which I think is actually a actual country.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, they're trying to get buddy with the U.S. So the prime minister or whatever he's called, or whatever they have over there. The prime minister, he's trying to get buddy, but he's trying to get in the big guy club, as he says. So he's like, "Oh, give him." Originally, he's supposed to be giving him Johnny the Monkey. that's like the, as Borat says, the number one filmmaker and number one porn star. So the daughter sneaks onto where Johnny the Monkey is and eats Johnny the Monkey. She's got like blood all over her. She has like matted hair.
This movie sounds so fucking zany.
It is. The movie's fucking wild. But okay, so he's in the Gaylord because that's where they're having the Democratic convention, because it's in DC. It's like National Harbor. That's like one of like the little spots, one of the little towns near DC. So he puts on a Trump costume. And this is like actual Mike Pence. Like he's on the stage. He's during the Democratic National Convention. Not Democratic, sorry, Republican National Convention. So he's on the stage and he walks in with his daughter, like over his shoulder. She's just like, it's like it's like the actual actress like over his shoulder. He looks like Trump. And he's like, it's okay. he's like doing the Borat voice. And he's like, Pence, I got the girl for you. So he really recorded himself doing that in front of all those people, and like people were like throwing stuff at him and like hitting him. And, like he got kicked out. Like this is like a real thing that happened. And Mike Pence he was just looking. He was like, get him out of here. I was like, man, Sacha Baron Cohen's got balls, bro. Yeah, it's like
you can do those things if you understand the subtext of what I'm saying.
No, I don't get what you're doing.
Some of us can do those things and get away with it.
Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying now, especially if you're wearing makeup and you look like certain people. But yeah, man, that shit was crazy. Like, I don't want to spoil it in case you actually want to end up. I think what's cool about the second Borat movie is that I feel like you don't have to watch the first one in order to get it, because it kind of explained.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, the events of like the first one through like the beginning. So it's like you really don't need to see like the first one. I do recommend watching the first one. First one's still good. But yeah, that's basically Borat 2. I don't want to say too much about it because I want people who haven't seen it yet to go watch it. But those are just like some of the standout moments.
Yeah, when I saw y'all talk about it on, I think it was our Facebook group, I was like, oh, I might check it out.
I think I posted it up on my page. I don't know if I wanted to post it up on the Facebook group because we might have like a few supporters of that guy and on our Facebook group, and I didn't want to have like a boring ass political discussion because they make fun of the guy that I idolize. It's like, okay, bro.
I'm like, I make fun of all the guys you idolize.
Yeah.
So it's different. I'm being fair here.
He definitely targeted the right wing on this one though. He made fun of a little bit of everybody, but like he was like conservatives are like trying to like review bomb the movie, give it like terrible ratings.
I feel like it's a waste of time with Borat.
Yeah, because it's such a popular. Yeah, I was gonna say like that's such a popular character. It's like people gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah.
And then when news comes out like, oh yeah, like crybaby people are just review bombing it because it's making fun of the political stance.
I feel like
the people gonna be like, well, I'm just gonna watch it anyway because I know it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I feel like it's no point in doing that because that makes the people that are fans of Borat want to watch it more because it's saying exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah, Amazon was smart as hell by picking that up and putting it as a Prime exclusive. Yeah, because I'm 100% sure if COVID didn't happen, that was 100% supposed to come out in theaters. Just like with that Trolls movie, that was supposed to come out in theaters. I remember that Trolls movie came out. I think it was like Trolls World Tour. Yeah, which is funny. George Clinton does a few songs on that. The only reason why I know is because I went on the Spotify page because I was listening to George Clinton, like his solo page, his solo Spotify page.
If only I knew random facts as you did.
I don't know, man. I just like looking up stuff about pop culture. I'm just an art person, I just like looking up stuff about art and artists and all that. But that is kind of funny. Fun fact. George Clinton's on this too. But yeah, Trolls World Tour. It's actually a pretty like groundbreaking movie, not because it's a fucking Trolls movie. It's not groundbreaking because of the actual content in it, but it's because I think it was like the first major movie to like do what everybody else is doing, where stuff is originally supposed to come out in theaters, but it's being shown on like streaming services, and I think AMC or like one of like the big like chains,
movie theaters.
Yeah, chain movie theaters was like, yeah, we're gonna sue you. And then it didn't help. It didn't work out for them. It's like, well, you guys are closed, so I don't know what to tell you, bro.
We still want this money because we already invested this money in this film. Animation ain't cheap. So if you're going to sue us, I guess you're going to sue us. But
I mean, the guys who do Trolls, I think it's like DreamWorks. They got the money. Like,
yeah.
They got bajillion dollars.
You're going to sue us and you've been closed for like months. Where is this money coming from?
What does this remind you of?
The mall.
Yep, the mall and us.
The rave theater is still closed.
Oh, wow.
I think.
Dang, and you called it the rave. It hasn't been the rave in like almost a decade.
Oh, what is it called now then?
It's AMC.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say, who gives a shit anyway? I heard the mall's actually supposed to be getting an aquarium. I was like, damn, because I don't fuck with the mall, but I love aquariums though.
I am conflicted.
Nah, I was gonna say I just go to the one in New Orleans. The one in New Orleans is probably gonna be bigger and better anyway.
I think I've been to that one.
Yeah, the one in New Orleans is great. I've been wanting to go to the one in downtown Atlanta because it's right by where MomoCon is.
Every time I hear downtown, I'll automatically, at least this time, I was like, downtown Disney.
That's proof that nigga lived in Orlando because he thinks of downtown Disney. No, everybody else think about that. They think of downtown. They think of businesses. They think of a business district. Because when I hear downtown, I think of New Orleans CBD or Baton Rouge. I mean, Baton Rouge is downtown. I think it looks nice for what it is. They ain't got nobody up in that bitch, which is so weird. Because I mean, it's like it's like the second biggest city in like in the state. You think it would be having people there, but it's like nothing to do.
There's nothing but a whole bunch of lawyers and a couple restaurants.
Yeah, a couple of restaurants, and then like 3rd Street where all the bars are. And now, because of COVID, nobody can't do nothing. So
and casinos down there too. But I had thought about looking at space down there, but I was like, I hate downtown. Anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say no downtown. I was gonna say if we're gonna do anything, it'd have to be mid city.
I can't remember if I hate downtown Disney though.
I wouldn't know. I haven't been to any Disney theme park. Not even theme park. The motherfuckers are resorts.
The luxury you gain when you move to Orlando.
It's like let me go to Legoland.
I haven't been to Legoland because I heard you had to actually have a kid to go to Legoland.
Oh man, that sucks, man. Now that I'm like into Legos like that, I mean, I would go to Legoland because I mean,
Yeah,
hey, Legos are cool. You know what I mean?
I would have went just to see what it is, but I feel like
I've always
it
heard.
could be wrong.
I've always heard that the Universal is basically like the grown folks like Disneyland. Like
I
people,
consider that.
yeah, because I've heard a lot of people say that that Universal Orlando's better than Disneyland. But Disney World, Disneyland is the one in California.
I can't. Yeah, I can't say which is better because it's definitely situational for
What you doing?
really who you are.
I think I don't know what I would enjoy more because I'm not like I like stuff from Disney, but I'm not like one of those guys.
Yeah.
I'm not like one of those people who can like fucking quote Disney all the time because I'm gonna be honest, I low key kind of hate those kind of people. But
Yeah, I grew up in high school that I had a friend, and she was Disney.
It's
Yeah,
like
all Disney. Probably would prefer to have worked for Disney. Blah 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 blah. So, Disney World's gonna be 30 times better than Universal Studios for her.
I think I would want to go to Universal Studios because Universal Studios I think still has. Well, I don't think they have it anymore because now Simpsons are owned by Disney. God, that's so fucking weird to say. This was back in the 90s. You'd be like, what? No way. But I would want to go for like the Simpsons area. But I think Universal still has the Simpsons area.
I haven't been in years because I've been back here for like 2-3 almost now. But last time I went to Halloween Horror Nights, yeah, they definitely still had the Simpsons area. There's a whole like section.
Yeah, it's too bad.
It's probably not going nowhere.
Oh no, probably not because he probably have like a contractual agreement, so it's probably gonna be there for like
It's the Simpsons.
I was gonna say a couple more years too.
Well, I say the actual Simpsons ain't going nowhere, so I can see that staying.
We're staying alive forever, homie. But Marge, I want to die. Marge, it hurts to breathe.
Just have those characters just hooked up to defibrillators and shit. But I don't know. I've been both. But I was saying the luxury you gain when you live in Orlando or this kind of surrounding area of Orlando,
Mm-hmm.
you eventually meet people that works.
Yeah.
And then they take you for free.
Yeah, I've heard about that. You know, and it's funny too because like I've heard people go like, "Oh, Orlando's like the worst city in the state." I'm like, it's not Daytona. I will forever say Daytona is probably the worst city I've been to.
Though I do not want to move back, I would move back. I don't hate Orlando at all.
I can understand from like a pedestrian point of view, like it's absolutely terrible, but
Still not, because
really?
Orlando's so fucking big that you don't have to live by the parks.
Okay.
Where we live was called Avalon Park, which is like 15 minutes down the street from Full Sail University where I went to school at.
You trying to flex? He got a college education.
I wish I didn't. It's expensive.
I
would definitely trade in my diploma for the money back if they would give it to me.
See, I did a smart thing. I dropped out.
Well,
it depends on what you're trying to do, because like if you say I'm gonna be a doctor and then you dropped out and then you go like, oh, I don't really have a backup plan. Like I knew what I wanted to do. Like I've always kind of wanted to make music since like I've been wanting to make music since like sophomore year of high school. So like I kind of always had like this idea in the back of my head that I wanted to make music, but in the front of my head I was like I want to be game designer, computer programmer, and then I started doing it. I was like I really like computer programming, and then I had one teacher and he just ruined it all for me. Absolutely hated that dude. I was like I don't want to do this anymore because these people are so bad at teaching computer science.
It's crazy how I'm slowly getting back into the stuff I said I wanted to do when I was a kid. And I didn't even think about it until this conversation.
Like what?
Because I was like, oh, yeah, I want to do art. Because back then, I kind of just want, you know how you are when you're young. And you
say I want to be
a
a football or something like that. I want to be a football. That's what my mom used to tell me. There was this kid on this thing called Patty Pelican. I don't know. It was like one of those like one of those shows those old people used to watch when they were kids, where it'd be like the clown and be like, "Hey kids, we're gonna watch a Popeye cartoon," and like they would like let him eat hamburgers, and then he was like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And the kid said, "A football." And my mom she always tells me, like anytime she says I want to be a football. She just says it. It's like, okay. I have very weird parents, but as you can tell, the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
That's some randomness, I would just say. Man, that's a very memorable moment in watching the show.
Yeah, it's like, oh, football. I mean, even as like a kid, you probably be like, if you have like good sense, you probably like, okay, bro.
But yeah, I
tell your mom to lay off the crack.
I wanted to be an artist. I'm slowly getting back into art.
Getting back? You've been an artist.
I mean, like, I'm really like trying to be an artist. Yeah. Like right now, I've been drawing like every day and sketching and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting into that. I want to do music. I already had done music, but I don't know. Eventually, maybe I'll start actually doing that shit.
Shoot, I was gonna say, I get this bass guitar. You can teach me how to play bass, and I can get back into playing piano. I gotta get a new power supply for my keyboard because I don't know where the fuck it went. so I can start. You
shouldn't lose.
I know, right? I don't know because they cleaned up like the back of my house. So my house is like kind of weird. The back of the house used to be kind of like a church, I think, or whatever. Or at least they used it as a church, but it's like a very like big like back room. And we would just
hates church now.
I mean, I hated church when I was a kid. Back when I actually believed in religion, I hated church. I was like, look, I mean, church is cool enough, but the Saints are playing. I know they're gonna lose because this is like 2000. This is like 2004.
The Saints is my religion, damn it.
I know they're gonna lose because it's like 2003, 2004. I know they're gonna lose to the Cardinals. I'm just gonna be yelling at the screen with tears in my eyes.
The fact that you were
a Saints fan back then.
Yes, and still don't believe in religion.
And the fact that they won.
It's kind of mind blowing. It's like, bro, you had strong enough faith to believe in the Saints back then, but man,
it's just. Yeah, I know they were bad, but they were the home team, so I was just like, I'll root for them. They're cool. And plus, I used to root when the Packers were like really good, like the early 2000s with Brett Favre and all that, because
Father Favre.
Yeah, I don't like Brett Favre like that, but
I don't even call him that because he was old playing the game.
True, but no, I was gonna say is you already know I was born. My parents lived in Wisconsin for a couple of years, and they had me, and they moved back down to Louisiana.
Don't you know?
Didn't you know? Didn't you know? Mama's Gun. Listen to the album.
You say
Erykah Badu. That's probably the greatest album.
You say Wisconsin, and now I'm like,
Smash and Splash.
Yes, I was looking forward to that.
Out of context, that sounds like really weird. Smash and Splash.
Like it would definitely be on the porn site.
Yeah, it sounds like girls who got that wet. It's just like that tap out. It's just like, all right, you gotta get off, bro.
That's tsunami.
Yeah, he's like, all right, you gotta get off because it's unfair. Just get off. You can't be on top. I have to control.
She has that wop.
It's like an anime. If she moves anymore, out. And then he tries to turn around. But I used to cheer for the Packers too, even though the Packers. It's funny. The first Super Bowl I ever saw was the Denver Broncos and the Packers. So that was like 97, 98. I remember because my mom was like, "Hey, that's your team. That's where you're from. You're from Wisconsin." I was like, "Huh?"
I'm from New Orleans.
I ain't from the fucking cheese cow ass niggas. I'm from the Jacks.
I'm from that 504.
I'm from
you heard me?
Yeah, it's funny.
504 for life.
Yeah, what's funny is that people don't believe my mom grew up in the Desire Projects. I'm like, he did. My mama can definitely act like she's from the Jacks. Like, it might not be the Magnolia Projects, but Desire Projects definitely with the Jacks.
My mom's so hard and sweet. She stabbed me, and then she banished me up. She's like, "What you learn? Don't play with me, ho."
Not to play with mama.
Now give me that alcohol from under the zinc.
Zinc. Oh, I hate you so much. Go to the caddy corner and go get some from the corner store. Boy, you're bleeding. You're bleeding on my damn couch. God damn, boy.
The store.
Yeah, the store, the corner store. God damn, boy, you bleeding on my damn couch. Shit. Little ass bastard. But no, she don't talk to me like that, no. My mama wouldn't have me. I think I had to piss her off greatly. She'll punch me with the quickness. She's done it many times. I'll say something, because sometimes I be pushing boundaries with people, and sometimes I'll be saying stuff, and she'd be like, pop! And I'll be like, sorry. And then I just go back and do it, because I'm a daredevil. I don't be caring. I love my mother, and I respect her. I want that put on the record. I love my mother, and I respect her.
You supposed to do like Baby Boy when you get hit. Oh, my eye.
Bro, I haven't watched Baby Boy in forever. Like, there's so many, like black, like, films or, like, well-known films. Yeah, like, hood classics. Like, you know, don't make fun of me. What? Please don't, because I'm about to say something. You notice I had Training Day on my watch list on the HBO app?
I don't think I did.
Okay, well, I had Training Day on my watch list on the HBO app. I shared my HBO app with him because I'm such a good friend. And I just watched Training Day fully for the first time yesterday.
I can't make fun of you for that. I've seen it, but
yeah, man. Denzel Washington, seeing him play like very like supportive like father roles, and just like seeing him play like genuinely nice people, or like, you know, like virtuous people, like virtuous like persons, and then seeing him play fucking Alonzo, I was like, bro, I see why he fucking won the Oscar for Best Actor for that, because I was like, god damn, Alonzo was a piece of shit. That dude was like, I wanted to kill him. I was like, god damn, bro. Like, he playing all that shit from the beginning with Ethan Hawke's character. I don't remember Ethan Hawke's character's name. I just remember Alonzo. I don't even remember Alonzo's last name. I just remember his name's Alonzo. But, like...
Alonzo Ball.
I was thinking of Alonzo Mourning. Alonzo Mourning, I think he was a football player. He was either a football player or basketball player.
No, major drug dealer.
Big drug dealer?
Yeah, but you had to search the dark net for that.
Don't tell people I be on the dark net. See, you're ratting me out.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, no!
You ratted yourself out.
You know what's funny? I actually just watched Superfly for the first time, man.
I probably haven't seen that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You don't seem like the type of guy that be like into blaxploitation movies. Yeah, you just don't come off as that type of guy who like watches blaxploitation movies. Like, I grew up with that. I grew up with like Black Frankenstein and Blackula. Like, my mom put me onto that. My mom put me onto Black Frankenstein and Blackula, and I've loved blaxploitation films ever since. But I watched Superfly for the first time, and honestly, not that great of a movie. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was that good of a movie. To say that so many drug dealers were inspired by it, like booking Freeway Rick Ross. You know, the actual Rick Ross. Yes, he said he was inspired by it, and I was looking it up on Wikipedia one day, because, you know, sometimes some people go into like Wikipedia holes, but like they just keep on searching stuff.
No, that's YouTube for me.
Okay, well, me, it's YouTube and Wikipedia.
I don't read often, sir.
Well, it said that the soundtrack made by the great Curtis Mayfield. They said this.
Wait, is Curtis Mayfield the dude that was always thinking about drugs and shit, but never like lived in life?
No, he didn't. No. I think the only time he really like talked about drugs was Superfly, and then during then he was talking bad.
Mama, I'm your daddy.
Yeah, I'm that nigga in the alley. Yeah. I'm your pusher man.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he only did that for
that.
Yeah, and then still he was showing everything in a negative light, because the main character, he wants to get out of that. Priest, he wants to get out of that shit. He's like this. I'm gonna either end up dead or end up killing somebody. I don't want to do that. So, you know, he has like a redeeming quality to him. It's just the I don't know. It's not as good as, like, personally, I think Shaft is a great movie. Like, I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember watching Shaft and being like, this is how you do a blaxploitation movie. Like, it's a really good movie. But
after a while, you know, you reach a certain number of motherfuckers, the movie just get good.
It's like Stockholm syndrome. You see it so many times, and, you know, you're with it, and you're just like, oh, they're not trying to hurt me. But no, I remember reading up on Wikipedia that I think the Superfly soundtrack I think sold more than the movie. I was like, yeah, it's fucking Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah,
That's why.
Pusha Man.
Yeah, that Pusha Man song is great. I mean, it's not even that. I mean, just not even that. I mean, there's so many things from that album that have inspired like other like black
culture,
black culture and music. Yeah, like the Bunny Hop song made by the dudes up in Lafayette. Yeah, that whole melody is just ripped off of one of the songs from there. Like when I listened to it, I was like, son of a bitch.
Son of a gun.
Oh, that's gonna.
I know. It was on purpose.
He's got me editing on purpose. I just can't upload this as is. But
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah, loose cannon.
Bam! Just a whole like grenade explosion goes off.
My leg. But yeah, and that's it. It's crazy too because I was talking about that, and then when I was helping my friend at his record store, like Clean Records, they had somebody who brought in like some records. I think somebody like their husband or maybe like the brother who was in the military had. So like there were import versions of those records, and that dude had the fucking Shaft soundtrack and the Superfly soundtrack. I was like, God damn!
Sounds
I said,
expensive. Cheap.
they're not. He didn't price them that bad. They were probably like maybe like $10-15 for each one. Because you gotta remember, those still sold a lot.
Yeah.
Even like import wise. I mean, like from like different countries, it's still easy to find. But yeah, no, it's crazy too because I was also looking up like the top 50 like movie soundtracks of all time. Rolling Stones did a thing on it, but
I swear, I think you must just be like, huh.
yeah, sometimes I just be bored. I'll be like, top like 500 greatest albums ever made.
See, when we finally do this fucking Lazy Nerds game show that I forgot about.
Oh, you want me to do the trivia? I can do the trivia. I can write some questions.
Yeah, you probably have to because you.
But I don't want to get anything because I know like weird obscure shit because I just like searching. I just like looking up stuff. But no, like so they did the top 50 like greatest soundtracks of all time for movies. They didn't have Shaft in that bitch. I was like, are you kidding me? The Shaft soundtrack is amazing. Like I don't think it's better than Superfly soundtrack. Superfly was on that list, and obviously like. I was gonna say, I think the first one everybody thinks of, The Bodyguard. Obviously, that's on there. It's like the best. It's literally the best-selling like soundtrack, like movie soundtrack of all time. That's what I mean by like Whitney Houston. I swear to God, Whitney Houston could just burp on a track and that thing would go platinum. That's how good she was. She would burp and somehow make it sound melodic. He'd be like, but yeah. So many great people lost because of shitty lives, man.
And more great people to lose to come.
It's like just a toast to losing great people at young ages. She was kind of young, She was like like in her 50s, 60s. So that's still kind of young to like pass away. But yeah, that's why I'd be worried about like all like these younger like artists because like with Juice WRLD died at like 20, like late last year, like early this year, and that makes me worried about like people like I don't particularly think her music's like stand out even though she's super popular, but like Billie Eilish, like I hope like nothing happens to her, like she seems to come from an okay background, but
I haven't looked into her.
I looked into it because I saw Talia. I saw that Talia got her album on vinyl, and like I was listening to it. I was like, it's too poppy for me. Like normally I like a lot of stuff, but it's too poppy for me. But I liked. Apparently her brother does her production. Production's great. Yeah. Like it's got a really cool like effects like that he does with her voice. Like it's like a cool it sounds like he does like a tremolo with it. And like he does it like in one song, it like fades from like ear to ear, and it sounds like so cool. But like, she's a good singer too. It's not bad. It's not. It's like the actual instrumentals aren't bad, but it's just it didn't stand out enough to me for me to be like, okay, I see why Bad Guys like got like 3 billion streams.
See,
on Spotify. Like, it literally has 3 billion streams on Spotify.
How long has she been popular?
Like a year or two. She's like relatively young. I think she just like turned like 18, 19.
See, worry about her in that 3 to 5 year range.
No, I know she's. I mean, like her debut. Like she came through with a debut. Like she won 4 fucking Grammys with a debut.
Only thing I'm saying is if those troubled artists have a pattern, and it usually start around like that. I think it's like that 3 to 5 year mark.
Or like the famous 27 Club.
So.
And see, I'm worried because I'm 26 right now. So if I come out and I make like a big breakthrough album, I'm gonna be like, I'm staying right here. Because I already know I don't really be doing drugs. So I'm gonna be like right here. I'm just gonna be strapped up like this. I'm gonna be looking like Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, I just about to say I don't know how deep you like to believe that out of the.
I mean, it's been debunked like multiple times. It's just that there happens to be a lot of artists that have passed away at 27.
No, not just that. Just like, you know how there's always secrets to everything. I don't know how big in conspiracy theories you would like to go into like the music industry, but I'm like,
The only conspiracies I believe are that the way Sam Cooke died wasn't legitimate, and
Tupac.
Nah, I believe the Tupac one. No, but I believe the way Sam Cooke got killed was straight up like they killed that man because he was a black man who was like incredibly smart with his art and money, and the guy who owned his record publishing company got him killed so he can have all the rights to his stuff because the Sam Cooke's family still doesn't see any of the money that to my knowledge they don't see any of the money that has been made from like reissues of like his stuff, and like the dude's considered one of the greatest artists of the 20th century. A lot of people consider him the greatest male like singer. Personally, I think Marvin Gaye is better than him, but in terms of singing, but yeah, man, but that's crazy. Like there was he made like a publishing company, and like the guy who owned the record company like switched out the stuff and like made it in his name. That's when I was like, he had that fucking dude killed. He straight up had that man killed. Like I would get into it, but
this is one of those rabbit holes I go down. That's why I'm like, I don't know much about Billie, but looking at her album cover, and I don't know. This is like pretty much her early work, right?
Yeah, this is literally like this is her first album. This is her first studio album.
Yeah, well, I would have to see what she did before.
Oh, before Illuminati.
Yeah,
I was gonna say don't even talk Illuminati.
I'm not even talking Illuminati. I'm not even gonna go into that. But
I was gonna say this interview is over. This is a podcast. I don't care.
But her stuff seems to be online with the industry anyway. So therefore.
I got you.
It's not like Rihanna where she came out sunshine and rainbows and Island Girl and then
Hey, no, shouts out to Rihanna though. She's great though.
Yeah.
I think she's awesome.
I like Riri, especially at home.
Yeah, the bad girl. Come on, my boys.
I enjoy her in the movie Home.
As an actor, no, I don't like her. But
you don't think she did good in Home?
I haven't seen Home, but I've seen a little bit of Battleship, and I saw.
Yeah,
yeah, and then I saw her in that. What is it called? It's a book of Lasson movie. It's a guy who made Fifth Element in The Professional. He did a movie, Valorant. I think it's Valorant's a video.
I'm about to say that game that just came.
No. But it's like something with a V or B or whatever. I'm not even gonna spend time to even.
I'm about to say it's not important.
But yeah, she was in that, and she kind of played like this like exotic dancer who can like shapeshift and all that, and like I was like, she's not a good actress. I don't think she's a good actress. And that
I gave you the one thing
that you saw
that I believe that she can do.
I'll watch it.
Home is a good movie. Now, granted, I don't know if she can pull. I don't think she could be solo artist. The guy from Big Bang definitely helped. The dynamic between the two definitely helped that movie. Her pulling off voice acting by herself as a lead, completely by herself, I'm not sure. But I enjoy her in home.
Okay, I'm gonna go look at it. But I remember there was rumors that she was supposed to be a Catwoman in the upcoming movie. She's supposed to be Poison Ivy, and I was like, honestly, casting wise, I think that would fit. Like in terms of her look, in terms of her look, she can definitely pull off. Because I think Catwoman, that would be like, oh, that's kind of like it's a little too generic for her. Like, I feel like she can pull off a Pamela Isley in terms of her look. But like I was saying, I was like, she looks right for the part. Personally, I was like, I don't think she's that good of an actress. And then I was gonna say, you already know, I said it online, I said it on Facebook, so you already know I had a bunch of people acting like I said that she was like the worst person ever. Because you know how Rihanna and Beyonce fans are. If you don't absolutely,
I don't know how Rihanna fans are, but I definitely know how Beyonce fans are.
Rihanna fans are like that too. If you don't absolutely love everything that she does, then they act like, oh, you just hate black women. Or like you don't think she's a good actress. No, nope. I just said that. I personally do not think she's a good actress. Is she a great music artist? Is she a great singer? Yes, she's one of the best singers of the 2000s. She's one of the best singers of the 21st century so far.
I was about to say, she's still not even the best, but she stays in her pocket really well in the music that she does. But she ain't gonna be on the top 20 list of singers.
I would put her on there. Well, I would say just in terms of like artistry, because the way she's able to consistently drop stuff, and like she's like one of the best selling of all time.
Yeah, I'm like, she's good exactly with what she does.
Do you know what actually is like the best selling album of like the 21st century?
What?
It shouldn't be surprising. It's Adele's 21.
That's not surprising at all.
Yeah, like she's like the best selling like artist of the 21st century.
That just makes it easy. That's just like if they gave if Yubba got Shine, she'd be probably right there up with Adele.
He's saying don't sleep on Yeva. She actually is a really good singer.
No, yeah, definitely.
When I listened to it, like when we were coming back from Chicago, I was like, who is this?
Yeah, definitely don't sleep on Yeva. But if they gave Yeva the push that they would give Adele, she would also be.
But you see, Adele's skinny now, so they just hating on people now. I was gonna say, man, people were like, man, I wouldn't sleep with Adele when she was fat. I was like, okay, bro. I would if she was like, come here, mate. I'd be like, oh boy. I'd be like Lupin the Third when he jumps out of his closet.
Not sure, but Yubba's cute.
Yeah, Yubba's cute too.
I feel like I saw.
I'm just saying, I don't turn down women because of size. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel like I saw a video with Yubba got skinnier, but I was like, did she?
Adele, man. I remember people cracking jokes because she was dating Skepta, that British rapper. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they're still dating or not, but people are like, he was like, kept on going at it with her. Made her lose that weight. He was like, get up, we're going for round 4.
I don't know. There's parameters, but I think I'm okay with a big parameter of body sizes. So everybody got features I like.
Just imagine like a really like a buff woman just like picking you up. All right, let's go, honey. I shouldn't make the voice sound like that. That's very that's rude.
Yeah, just make it sound like Abby.
Yeah. All right, honey, let's go. Boom! Just kick down the door, throw you on the bed.
I'm not sure.
He's like, oh no.
That's considered one of the extremes. I can be in a lot of gray. But when we're on these extremes, like super skinny, super buff, super big, I can't live in that area.
There's nothing wrong with that because, at the end of the day, preference is preference. Like, as much as people want people to love everybody, and you can still love and respect everybody, but that doesn't mean you have to be attracted to people. And I think that's what a lot of people aren't seeming, like, they can't get that. It's like, just because you find that person attractive doesn't mean they have to find you physically attractive. Like I was gonna say, take it from a big guy. I've felt it.
I'm short, so
yeah. I was gonna say. So, I mean, it is what it is. Especially with guys. You know what I mean? Like,
if you were taller, like motherfucker.
I've heard things. Oh, you lost a little weight. Oh, if you cut your hair. I'm like, nah, bro. Because I met women who absolutely love my hair. So I was like, it's all about preference. Like I've heard women, oh, you should keep the beard. Oh, you shouldn't have the beard. It's just like, it's at the end of the day, it's what you feel comfortable with. That's what I've been trying to tell like all these guys who have like problems with women. Like, I'm not saying I'm not the best with women. I mean, hell, I'm single right now, but you know, it's all about, you know, you just gotta feel comfortable with who you are. You know what I mean? And you end up attracting people just by feeling comfortable with who you are.
Yeah, your biggest problem why you can't attract somebody else is you.
Yeah. Now, I think that's what people need to understand. I think I talked about this earlier on another podcast, but there was a guy who wrote for crack.com, and it was about actually I did talk about it. Yeah, I legit talked about this, and it was about like 5 reasons why, you know, that girl won't date you, or like the attractive woman won't date you, and it's like literally like you're probably not confident in yourself. That's one thing. Or if you wanna attract a certain type of person, you have to dress or look or act a certain type of way. It is what it is, you know.
There was a very cringy couple months in my life where I looked at a lot of videos like that.
I just happened to read it because one of my English professors was like, you guys should read this. It's just a good read, and like it's legit a good read.
I like I said, a good couple months watching content about stuff like that, and then of course you, at least for me, I would defrag information that I deemed toxic or not. Every once in a while you'll run across some hoteps.
Yeah, no, either hoteps or like, you know, dating gurus, and it's like, nah, you just hate women and you happen to sleep with them because you're conventionally attractive, maybe. Or you're finding the right type of woman for what you want, which is probably very, you know,
pump and dump.
Yeah, like predatorial. And like, it's funny too, because when you call people out on that, they make you try and feel like you're the weird one. It's like, no, bro, you're a predator. Like, you should feel bad. You're weird, dude.
But as cringe as it may be, and feel to watch some of the videos, if you can go into them with an open mind, it definitely will help you out with the opposite.
Yeah, I mean, even looking at stuff, even at looking at, like you say, even with the open mind thing, looking at stuff, you can find out what you don't agree with certain things.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I even think I would have to ask her. Like, after I kind of had myself a discovery with this shit and figure out what worked for me and worked not, I had another, well, it's funny, funny enough, an ex from high school that is now just fully out, just straight up just gay. She's not even bi anymore. Okay. She was having like issues. I'm like, and I gave her some of the shit that I came with, and she's been with the same person for a while now.
That's great.
She
That's
seems happy. So,
dude, that's another good thing too, is that you're able to like talk to your exes. Because a lot of people, I think
talk to
one
certain
exes. No, I'm gonna say let's make that clear. I want to make that clear. You can't talk to every ex.
Yeah,
it's like you can't talk to every people that were every person that was your friend.
Yeah, because I don't talk to ghosts, so some people are ghosts to me. I don't associate with ghosts. I don't associate with the supernatural. If you become a ghost in my life, I do not talk to you. I let all the spirits and energies know that that's how I live this life. Do try to contact me with some shit.
I think we need to make a thing of you like with the Ghostbusters, just like with the Pearl Time Pack Ghostbusters.
That have me have like a pickup line, some type of ghost pickup. Like, who is this?
It's your ex. I don't speak to ghosts. I found out the guy who made that, Rudy Ray Moore.
I ain't talking no ghost.
No, Rudy Ray Moore. No, I'm just kidding. Rudy Ray Moore's Dolomite. I just wanted to see if you were gonna catch that.
Nah.
Yeah. See, that goes into the blaxploitation thing. I need to put you on the blaxploitation. But
you just gotta make me care about
Ray Parker.
names.
Ray Parker Jr. I think is his name. Ray Parker Jr., the guy who created Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I found out talking to Victor that apparently he got sued because that Huey Lewis and the news. Apparently, it sounded like one of the things that they made.
Yeah.
But that dude is actually like people thought, oh, he's just like some one hit wonder. No, he's not.
He's been writing for a lot of people.
He does a lot of guitar for people in like the studio. Like that dude's like royalty in the music industry.
That's one thing about like being a musician. Like if you are trash at not being a musician.
No, just being like in the center stage.
You don't even have to be though. That's one of the things that they don't teach you about being a musician. Like all you see is when you grow up is people on stage making money, but it's like these people that's in these studios getting royalties, they's the one raking in that money. That's the shit I did learn from school.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people don't even understand that either. It's like if you own your masters and you make like a couple of hits, you done for the rest of your life. Like I was gonna say, James Brown could have quit like when he was like in like his like early 40s.
You don't even have to own. You don't even have to have your own band. You can just be like, I am a studio musician, and I've worked with X, Y, and Z. Hey, don't pay me right now. Just give me my money on the back end. Give me my royalties.
Yeah, because when you get the royalties, when you get your royalties, when you get your royalties, you know, if the song's a hit, like a decade defining or even like century defining hit, then you're set for the rest of your life. You don't have to do anything else. You can just be making music just because you fucking love to do it.
Yeah, if you are a studio musician that ain't hurting already, and you can be like, hey, don't pay me right now, just to see how shit and play the long game with stuff, and you working with already good artists. Oh yeah.
Like, could you imagine, like, I don't know if people who did like What's Going On, like the people who did like who helped Aaron, let's say Aaron, Marvin. Let's say no, Aaron, don't be like Marvin. Take the talent, don't take the life. But I was gonna say like the people who helped out Marvin Gaye, and like I wonder if they had royalties, man, they'd be rolling in some fucking dough.
If they did. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, because Berry Gordy was kind of known for, like, look at that. You laughing, because you already know what I'm about to say, because Berry Gordy's an infamous record producer. Yeah, I was about to say, as successful Motown is still, even though he doesn't own it anymore, as successful as Motown was when he owned it, like, that dude was a piece of shit. That dude was a bastard.
Every time you bring up Berry Gordy, all I can fucking think about is freaking,
I still need to watch that Motown movie because I remember they made a movie about Motown, like one of those biopics.
Every time you bring up Berry Gordy, I can only think about freaking John Mulaney and his Berry Gordy joke.
Oh wait, tell me. I love John Mulaney. I haven't heard it though.
I am not gonna be able to set it up, but basically, he was saying shit. Basically about how we just gonna have to watch it, bro.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say we can watch it. I have to take my brother to work, in a little while, but like we can definitely watch it.
Basically, he's like, "Oh, you gonna give me $100 for all my songs, Mr. Berry Gordy?"
That's the only thing I had to say right there, because Berry Gordy's like, "Yep, I'm gonna make these millions real quick. You can get the $100."
Yeah. So every time Berry Gordy's name come up, John Mulaney pops in my head, and I'm like,
I mean, that's a pretty accurate way of saying it.
I love John Mulaney.
the fact I think what really fucked up Marvin Gaye too is that the fact that he was married to Berry Gordy's sister.
Man.
And when he broke up, when they divorced, she got like I think he was like obligated for like his next album. Like, all the royalties would go to her. I was like, Berry Gordy, you're a fucking piece of shit, because I know he fucking set that up. You know goddamn well Berry Gordy and his sister set that shit up.
That's why.
But you know what's funny? You know what's funny, though? Is that album tanked. It's called Here My Dear. And, like, it's like him. He's like, he looks like he's like in this, like, Greek robe. It's, like, made out of marble. Like, you've probably seen the cover before.
Probably.
But, yeah. But, like, when you open it up, bro, that shit looks so depressing. And, like, this shows you, like, how fucking depressing this man's life was. Yeah, when you open up the gatefold on the original, like LP, like, albums, it's this Monopoly-looking board. And it's, like, this lady with a hand out like this. You can tell it's late because the nails are done, all painted. And, like, she's got, like, Bentley's money. She's got, like, Bentley's money and, like, all the stuff on her side. And it's, like, this man's hand giving her, like, some money.
Yeah.
And, like, the only thing he has is like a mic stand, like a recording, like a tape recorder, and like like a studio. I was like, God damn, bro, this man's life fucking sucked. I feel so sorry for Marvin Gaye, bro.
I have to go back to a topic that we said we wasn't gonna go on, but that right there just shows that a lot of artists' music really has to do with their life.
Yeah.
So it really makes you believe, like, it really makes me think, at least, like, okay, all that symbolism is some of the symbolism.
Yeah. Because Hear My Dear, like, he wasn't even being subtle about it. Like, it was obviously, I mean, it's like, Hear My Dear, here's the money.
Which if I was her, I wouldn't even want to set that up, because I'm like,
she said that she was gonna sue him because of, they said, that was just like an hour worth of slander. It's like, bro, like, you already got the money from it. I mean, even though it was probably like his, like, I think biggest like commercial failure. I think it was like one of his worst selling albums, definitely. But like look, man, like, this shit already happened to him. His best his singing
Subi.
Yeah, no, his friend, one of his best friends, Tammy Terrell, the lady he used to sing with, he did Ain't No Mountain High Enough with her. Yeah, she ended up dying, like, right before What's Going On was created.
Yeah, and
like, he never got over that. So he's already dealing with that. The man is addicted to smoking weed and snorting coke. You break up with him. He finally gets a hit album. He finally gets another hit album. His best-selling album to date, he leaves Motown. He goes to Columbia. He gets his best album to date, and then the day before his birthday, April 1st, the man gets shot by his own dad. It's like, I know I repeated all this, but it's just like, man, like, bro, Marvin Gaye's life was just like, god damn, dude. Like, that's like some, like, fucking, like, Greek opera type of shit right there.
And this is why I probably prefer to be a studio musician.
Yeah.
Because it's like
that. And see, that's why I've been, like, looking up, like, the fates of, like, a lot of, like, artists, and, like, I was like, this is kind of makes me, like, afraid to, like, go into the music industry, because, like, what happens if I'm, like, the next,
Yeah.
What happens if I'm, like, the next, like, like, person who dies tragically like that?
Yeah, and he can't even be like, oh yeah, it's the super. It's not even always the super, like, genius artist, but it should definitely be the most famous ones.
Yeah, but no. Marvin Gaye was straight up just a genius. But yeah, and then what about Maurice White, the guy from Earth, Wind and Fire? Like, it wasn't like bad, but he wasn't able to perform because I think he had some type of, like, disease where he couldn't perform anymore. But yeah, I mean, like, that sucks. Like, you end up getting the disease, you're, like, part of, like, arguably, like, the greatest, like, like, soul band ever, like, fucking Earth, Wind and Fire. Like, you're the mastermind behind it.
You're the elements of the world.
Yeah. Well, they don't have water. I wonder why. I'm gonna have to look that up. Why didn't they use all of them?
Because I fuck with water.
He goes, like, I didn't shower. That's why. In the studio, I would not shower. So it was just Earth, Wind, and Fire.
They probably had water.
See, Earth because we were standing on the earth. Wind is because we had the air conditioners. And Fire because I used to light my blunts. That'd be funny as hell.
They probably had water. Water had fallen out with all the other elements, and before they actually could get famous, they broke up from water, and that's why it just became Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I forget when he died, but I think.
I wish I knew all the fucking names of fucking Captain Planet, because I could have made a joke there. I mean, like, the little kids. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know who the fuck.
Bro, I hated Captain Planet as a kid. I love the message of it. It's like, hey, don't be a dick. Like, be nice to the earth. But, like, I don't know why, man. When I was, like, younger,
we should do a "Don't Be a Dick" recycle shirt.
and use the Don Cheadle version of him. But no, man, it's like, yeah. Didn't he start turning people, like, into trees and shit?
I don't remember.
But
I feel like somebody showed that to me.
Man, it's just it really is just like crazy, like, what happens to, like, a lot of these artists. But no, going back on Captain Planet, I don't know why, man. It's just, as a kid, I was just like, this is boring.
Of course, saving the environment would be boring.
Yeah, man, I want to fuck up the environment. I want to be I don't know, mobile oil. I don't know. I'll just pick a random
Texaco, Chevron,
Texaco.
Shell.
Right, when we were going, when me and Jermaine were driving through Dallas, I saw like Mobile Oil's like headquarters in Dallas. Bro, that bitch is so big. I mean, it's like, duh, it's Mobile Oil, but like, it was like
shit behind us is big.
Yeah, it's true. That's actually the biggest refinery. We live near the biggest refinery in the world, biggest oil refinery, and it sounds as good as you think it does. Sometimes it smells absolutely terrible when you wake up in the morning. But no, but Captain Planet, it was funny too because I think they ended up doing like a second opening to it, and I think they got the guy who sung for the B-52s, which personally one of my favorite bands ever. But you know, he's a gay Southern man, so when he sings, Captain Planet.
Oh my gosh.
He's a mega. And this is actually a thing. He's a Mega Mac Daddy of ecology.
The B-52s.
The Mega Mac Daddy of ecology.
I don't even know anything about the B-52s besides Rock Lobster.
They got a lot of really good songs. I definitely.
I'm sure, but my favorite.
No, Love Shack. You gotta know about Love Shack.
Okay, I know about Love Shack.
Yeah.
But still, my favorite because of the video.
I need to stop doing this because it looks like I'm touching myself. I'm not touching myself, I promise. I just like fiddling. I just like to move my hands a lot when I'm talking.
But my favorite, of course, it's spiraled from Family Guy. So
yeah, it's Rock Lobster. Yeah,
it's Rock Lobster, but it's not even the song. If you go watch the Rock Lobster video, oh my gosh, you can tell that these motherfuckers are stoned out their motherfucking
Oh, I've seen the
gourds.
original. And then they do like the fucking like Yoko Ono screams in the middle of it.
Yeah, they
rock.
They are so
And that song go hard as hell though.
stoned out their gourd, bro. Every couple years I go back and watch it and show people that haven't seen it, and they be like, "Yo, they were gone." And
Yeah, bro.
they were gone.
I was looking at a Parliament Funkadelic. Well, it was like when they were just like Funkadelic, like early before they started doing like the whole funk thing, and like you could definitely tell they're on shit, man. Fucking.
I want to play some cowbell now. No, you don't remember seeing the video? How the dude played this? I don't even know.
Oh yeah. The guy who sings in rock. Yeah, he's a lead singer. His name's like Fred Schneider. I think that's his name, Fred Schneider. And like he's like, boy, he is hitting that boy.
Yeah.
He killing that shit.
Yeah, he was like,
boom, 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 boom. And it's like it's like the weirdest thing too because like it's like he's killing it on the song though.
Oh, yeah.
That cowboy makes the song.
Everybody's on key and everything. You could tell it was like live and everything. They're stoned out their motherfucking gourds. They got fucking bedroom hair and all this shit. Well, the one thing they aren't doing, they weren't dancing on rhythm.
Oh no. There's some white people from Georgia. But yeah, that's definitely gonna be a highlight. We're gonna have us doing it like fade in like the original. But oh man, but there's another really good song that they made. It's like a legitimately like really good like rock song. It's called.
That's the only song they needed. That in the video, I would pay
go
money.
listen.
I would pay money to see that.
Shit, you could have last year. They were at the Sanger Theater in New Orleans.
I'm pretty sure it was nothing like that video.
No, because they're like old as hell now. They're like definitely like 50s.
I want to see
like
that
60s, 70s
same
now.
train wreck like a bad commercial. I want to pay for that. I will go see that.
Hey,
live.
first of all, it wasn't no train wreck. Because
It's definitely train.
Because it's one of the greatest music videos ever made.
They were so fucking wrecked in their brain that it was a train wreck.
Oh yeah, let me get back on the Parliament Funkadelic stuff. So like they were like live, and like it's George Clinton. You've seen him. He's got like he gets like the wildest like fucking wigs and like cuts his hair the wildest way. He's got like this like Mr. T looking thing going on. And he's like this. I got a thing, you got a thing. When we work together, we're doing a thing. He's like, bro, they are sweaty. And you see the guy, you see like one of the singers, you don't drink what I drink, you don't smoke what I smoke. It's like, bro, they are on LSD, my man.
It's like, man, you
they are fucked up.
It's like, is this helping you out, or this is making it harder for you to make this music? Because you look like you're challenged.
No, I was gonna say, as influential as Parliament Funkadelic was, the P-Funk Nation, hell no. That shit was definitely helping them.
I'm just, even looking at your face, I could tell.
Yeah, like, no, when you look at it, yeah, it's just like, and then he starts talking, you see the funk is like the ring around your, but George Clinton's just a funny person in general, but he's like, the funk is like the ring around your tub. Like, this nigga is crazy, bro. Help me.
That just reminded me of the crazy ass similes that Trey be watching on Yokai Watch.
Yokai Watch is funnier than I expected it to be. When I was like, this is actually kind of funny.
And the little yokai that, I guess the main yokai that has the country accent, he just be making like similes that just don't make sense.
Oh
I'm
man,
like,
I feel worse than a snake being bit by a dog. It's like,
Yes, I'm like, what?
I think there's like people from like up north or whatever, like people who move to like the south. Like they just hear somebody say something and they just go like, fuck it, we just gonna make fun of all them people. That was just like with Sandy Cheeks. Because Sandy Cheeks in SpongeBob, she would do shit like that. Well, ain't this funnier than a cowbell on a hot dog? It's like, well, what are you talking about? Sandy, are you on LSD? Are you part of Parliament Funkadelic?
Like, what?
I wanna go home. I wanna go home.
We were sitting there watching it with him yesterday. I was like,
I don't know why, but I think Yokai Watch is like, it's funny. Like, it's got like some funny shit to it.
it is, but
because it's like so weird.
watching him is like, what the fuck does that mean? Tell me.
You start shaking him. Tell me, cute little cat, what does it mean?
I'm like, who's coming up with this?
I think my favorite character is the other cat, like the one that's got like the normal accent. Because I think he's like horny all the time. And it just makes me laugh. Because it was like an episode where he's just like, I think they were legit about to look at like Girls Gone Wild stuff. Like I was right here. I think we were doing something in the store. And I saw the guy, Trey was right over there looking at some, it was like an episode. And like they looked like they were supposed to be looking at something they weren't supposed to be looking at. It's supposed to be like erotica, not like porn to be exact. And like the cat's like, oh, I want to see. It's like, bro, this is a kid show, bro. We couldn't just edit this out for like the American version. They're like, nah, fuck it. Kids be horny too. Well, this was a good episode. I have to dip. And we recorded a pretty decent amount. I think we're like at like 130 something. Yeah, 132. So, you know, we've been doing pretty good at consistently long episodes.
Could dip, potato chip.
All right. See you guys.
Deuces.